I haven't been out for a couple of weeks now. I'm just going to return to the shelter, see how it's weathered all the storms, and just hang out a bit. A lot of groundwater here again. So once again, you people who are, on about make a regular fire, that's an indicator of what happens in this forest, and that stays pretty much all year round, either visible or just below the surface, but there's basically permanent water in this ground. The other telltale is look at the ferns. It's a halfway decent day. There's been a little bit of rain, a lot of water still falling out the trees, but it might move into rain later. But say for the moment it's all good. Here's the shelter. Let's see how it got on. The last time we were here was when we did an overnight and it had been snowing, and this poor shelter of mine got bombarded. I haven't really had time to look at the top and see how that held up. All right. Not too bad. All right. I just want to set a few things up and then we'll see how we go. Alright, so since we were last chat, all that's really happened is that these emergency blanket reflectors have fallen out of the frame here, which is no big deal. It's easy enough to reinsert. I'm not going to worry about that today. I'm not freezing today. Pack these away for future use. I've got a couple of holes in the roof which I'm going to need to, or when I say roof, in the top, that I'm going to need to replace from sparks actually having burnt a hole through them. Unfortunately, when you've got a fire and you've got a large flat surface next to it, it tends to be a spark magnet. Now just let this dry out a bit. And we can fold this up and we'll use it at another date. It just got wet from the water having got in. Yeah, we kind of, but yeah, basically it's all intact and that I'm very happy with. Alright. Just simple. You've got to build a layer of wood, be it dry, be it wet, just to keep your wood off the ground. You know, typically you can lay the bottom of your fire pit with some rocks. There are some rocks and stones or whatever in the bottom here, but they're all hidden below these previous fires. But there is a good base. But yeah, that's just the way we do things here. So I've also had people like, why are you building a bonfire? Well, it's not really a bonfire because they see such an amount of wood, you know, stacked up, that I suppose to the uninitiated is their first response. But no, I'm not building a bonfire in the woods. It's building an upside down fire. It's a platform to burn through. This is a Camelback that I've done some, I suppose, modifying on it. I use this on hikes where I don't need all the essentials, you know, particularly really hot summer, you know, days when you don't need all the rain gear and snow gear, yada yada. It's got a lot of attachment points, and I think these are pretty underrated. You know, you can trick them out quite nicely for, you know, your outdoor adventures. I've just got a little tarp here. I think this is a 6x8, which I've attached. I'm going to do this. This has just got a bungee cord around it. Okay, so that just unravels and everything falls off there. The bungee cord, once again, too, you know, you can attach, you know, like if you're too hot, you can put your jacket on there, or take it, you know, whatever clothing or whatever's become superfluous to that day, you can, you know, just tie up onto your pack with that. This is just a small spare water bottle on here. Sorry, I'm trying to film this. And let's get that out the way. Right, so once you've cleared the bungee cord, you can get into what are in the pouches. I've just got a little sole bivvy in here which folds out, which is really nice. I've got an Esbit stove and some fuel for it. The little round ones are actually, I think, the Coughlin's. Yeah, those are the Coughlin's. They work equally well as the original Esbit fuel cells, whatever you want to call them. Whole fire starting kit there. I've got a whistle and just some lip balm. Whistle's actually very important, you know. It's a great way of signaling if you're in distress, because that sound carries for miles. I use this for cycling as well, so I've got some of my cycling kit in there. A little flashlight. And what's down here? Sorry. Right, so in here once again I've got one of these sets in literally all my packs, and I have a few packs, and that has a meal waiting inside it. I've got mashed potatoes, I've got a little Fred spoon, tin opener, bottle opener, which I use to eat and prepare that with. Obviously you've got a cup. This is all Walmart bought, all available at Walmart, and I've used these, not this particular one, but a lot of them a lot, and they're good. Don't get involved and you have to go and buy us, you know, stuff because some top name guy decided he's, you know, going to put his name on it. They all work the same. Just some other snacks. Yeah, just my little food pouch. What else we got in there? Just some plastic bags, spare knife. So yeah, you know, you can keep a lot of stuff in these, and you know they would keep you going at least for a day or so. You know, it's a totally viable hiking outdoors pack. This, it's not just pretty face, I guess. As I say, that's quite a lot of stuff in there, and you know, it doesn't weigh much, and easy to do. So anyway, just a thought, you know, if you guys have got these things and you're feeling limited by them, don't be. Use all the attachment points and you know, have fun with it. So I'm just using some of my homemade fire paste and wood shavings. It's a combination of Vaseline and whatever I've basically scraped off my workbench. Get some more smalls. Oh gosh, the rain is chasing me here. I'm going to have to get this on the go pretty quickly. Steal some of this. Oh, that should do it. Doesn't normally take too much to get this going. I suppose a good thing about this too is it's covered in Vaseline, so it almost becomes, I suppose, waterproof. You don't have to worry about it. And I say that it gets, you know, fairly large pieces of, well, I suppose, you know, sticks burning. Most people would think, oh, you'd have to put something a lot, you know, thinner on there. But the Vaseline generates a lot of heat, and typically can get these larger pieces going pretty quickly. The thing is, you do want to capitalize on your flame You know, the other observation, people are going, oh my god, you're overloading the fire, but no, it's actually capitalizing on the flame. You see a lot of people who start fires, they have this enormous flame going, but then they don't put any fuel on it. It's like, well, what are you doing? You're wasting the flame. Get some stuff on there and, you know, get your fires burning. Alright. As you can see, that's already, you know, taken quite nicely. Right, I'll bring you back. I need to get some fire done. Oh, I suppose I could get... Right, I need to get this on. So just a quick look at the fire again. You can see the advantage of building a fire that burns up and down, because the pieces of wood below have taken, and I've basically just put a roof over the top of it to let that wood dry, and that'll also catch fire pretty soon. There's a decent flame going there. So once again, it's not an overloaded fire, it's just a fire constructed to dry and burn at the same time. I'm going to have to restock my wood pile, it's pretty much beat up. Alrighty. This is pretty much one of my staples when I come out. The Idaho, you know, instant mash, you can just add water to. You know, if you've got jerky or got anything like it, I mean, this just becomes a base for whatever you want to throw in it. You can put corned beef, you could put vegetables in there, so it's a very nice, it's a meal. I mean, you could divide that up with 2 people with some extra sides or whatever, but I like it. It's a convenient meal, tastes great. And getting back to this little pot here, if you pretty much boil an entire, you know, a lot of water in here, it's enough to do the mashed potato and give yourself a cup of tea. So that's all I need for the moment. And once again, this is just a little Fred. It's not the P38. It's something different. So don't think I'm you know, showing you something else. The P38 doesn't have the spoon attachment on it, and it doesn't have that. So there you go. These little Fred devices are really nice to eat with, particularly like mashed potato, because it tends to be hot, and the larger spoon you tend to put too much on and wind up burning your mouth. So this is actually, it's great. It's like having a baby spoon. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be able to show you some places that you've not seen yet. I've just got a couple of natural obstacles in the way at the moment. I need the season to change for me to be able to cross them. There's a couple of rivers I like to cross, but they're running too high at the moment. And yeah, so hopefully we'll get some new footage, and I intend building a bigger shelter at another venue. So that should be interesting, at least. I mean, I learned a lot building this shelter, and you know, I've had, you know, snow and rain, hail. I've had the whole lot come over this little shelter, and I mean, it's still very functional. But like anything in life, you learn, and there's definitely place for improvement. So I've taken notes of those, and hopefully that will all translate in the next shelter. I'd also like to build something that is, more conducive to having 2 or 3 people in it, because periodically we do come up here with a larger party. It's not just me. Got a nice little coal base there. If I was going to be staying longer, I could add more wood to that and have myself a good fire that would probably last all day. I've just got other things to do today. This is a short visit. Experientially, these videos are doing what I sort of hope they're doing. This is, you can go and see people, busy with bow drills and, the tinder bundles and doing all those kind of things. But, there tends to be a very sort of static thing. They've arrived at one place and then they want to show you all these things, but they seem to have forgotten the journey. And I travel a long way to get to this shelter and the places I go to. I don't drive a car up, hop out, and then pretend I'm in the depths of something. I really, I'm doing a lot of walking, a lot of bushwhacking to do stuff. And the videos that I'll be shooting this summer are going to indicate that. So it's basically you're looking over my shoulder type of thing. And if you like wandering around the woods, that's what you're going to see. It's not so much that I'm here to try and teach you stuff. There's people better qualified at it than I am, and who seem to like doing that. I can do all that stuff, but I don't see any point in me showing you how to do a bow drill when there's thousands of videos already dealing with it. I'd rather take you on the journey with me. So let's see how that goes. Let me know if you've got any comments for what you might like to see, what you don't like. But this is not school. This is not what my channel is for. I want to take you on an adventure, not like here we go, get your string and blah blah blah. And kudos to the people who are doing that because they provide a very good service. But I'm just not sort of that way inclined to be the teacher in that. So yeah. Anyway. I'm really going to tidy this shelter up. It looks like a damn bomb hit it. Everything used to be washed down and wiped down and cleaned. It's pretty rustic. These little Fred spoon goodies are available online. You can get them at most sporting stores or just online in general. It's nice to hear some of the birds moving back into the mountains again. It's pretty quiet here during winter. It's lunch time for tea. These little pot sets really are handy if you folks are looking for something to use outdoors. The shape is great because cylindrically things are easier to pack than square. And so the way it nests is great. This is sold separately to the set, but as I say, they're both at Walmart. This is a Stanley cup pot set, whatever you want to call it. Right, well, thank you very much for watching, those of you that have, and appreciate it. See you around on the next adventure. Thanks. So the woodpeckers are getting started early. Got a groundwater still. Pretty soon most of the mushrooms that grow here will be back, so early spring is always a good time for some mushroom hunting. This is always interesting here because as fast as you find a path through all of this, you know, a couple of weeks of weather and you've got fresh branches and trees that have fallen, so you're forever looking for something new. Phew, there's a lot of fallen stuff there. It's very interesting terrain to cross. These fallen pieces of wood are like trying to go over bearings or marbles. Very slippery. Oh boy. Sure. Bit of sun breaking through, which is quite nice. Well, so much for an arm rest. Shit. Holy cow. Oh. There are quicker ways down, but they increase with risk, and I don't really feel like being out here with a busted up something. Yeah, look at all these damn trees that have come down. Yeah, there's a lot of new fallen trees here. Certainly hampering my progress here. Come on. You good? Yeah. It's all about the ducking and diving today. Right, where the hell are we going down here? You just have to be mindful where you are too, you know. There's other things in the woods other than me, and I just like to stop occasionally and just have a little listen, see what's around. Not that I'm likely to hear anything. Apex predators aren't famous for making noise. Try down here. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. This is a burnt out tree stump that has probably been underground for quite some time, but here it is, appearing after all these years as this is eroded back. That's interesting. I wonder how long that's been there. I thought initially somebody had been here making a fire, but this is an old, this is old stuff. Interesting. Alright, are you steady? Yeah, you're steady. I've always been fascinated with these sedimentary layers, you know. You wonder what was going on at each time. Groundwater again. And this, my friends, is why we will never be dying of thirst in Washington State. Running out of water is our least of our fears. This is a typical high winter river here. This drops back quite a bit in the summer, but at the moment it's running pretty fast. Had salmon up here fairly recently. I'm not going to wander around too much on these slopes. They're super slippery with these stones, and the ground is very, very soft, you can see here. If you want to fall on your backside, that's a recipe for it. This turned out to be a fairly decent day. Apparently we're moving back into rain later. There is a bit of light rain coming down, but so it's nothing substantial. Alright, I'm going to make my way out of here. I think you guys have seen enough bushwhacking for the day. Thanks.